Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn how to make a Magic 8 Ball app using MIT App Inventor 2. So the first thing we want to do is we want to kind of set out the layout here. And the way it's going to work is basically we're going to create a Magic 8 Ball button. And after we click the button, we're going to get different answers, just like in the real Magic 8 Ball, where you kind of shake it up, turn it upside down, and then it'll give you a different answer. And these answers are mostly for yes, no type questions. So the first thing we need to do is, on our user interface here on the left-hand side, we want to take a button and we want to click and drag it over here. Now if you see right here it says text for button 1, we don't want any of that text. And so you can edit the stuff that you have here over here. And over here it says text for button 1. Let's go ahead and delete that. We don't want anything there. You'll know what you have in your app because it'll be right here. So we have button 1 so far. But we want to do is we want to have an actual picture of a Magic 8 Ball. So I'm going to open a new tab and just quickly go to Google. I'm going to type in Magic 8 Ball, and then I'm going to go Images, and let's choose a Magic 8 Ball. I'll choose this one. Then you're going to right click it and you're going to click Save Image As Magic 8 Ball, and I'm going to put mine on my desktop. Perfect. Close that out. Now over here we still have our button, though there's nothing here. We want our picture to be our button. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Image and we're going to upload a file. And when I choose File, I'm going to go to Desktop and Magic 8 Ball. Click OK. So now you can see our button that we dragged over here is now this image that we got from Google Images, and it's this big Magic 8 Ball. But if you see, this is way too big for the screen because this is kind of like what your app will look like on your phone, and if we have this, this is way too big. So to change the size, we're going to go to the properties over here, and over here it says height and width. So what we want to do is let's go ahead and change this, and we don't want to fill the parent, which means we want to fill the entire screen. Let's just make it around 300. 300 pixels is good. And we can do that for the width. Go to pixels, type in 300, and you get to about that. So here's our first button. It is just an image of a Magic 8 Ball, and we need to add some more stuff. So the next thing that we're going to add is we are going to add a vertical alignment layout. So this is the layout on here. So you have user interface and this is layout. We're going to do vertical arrangement because we want things inside this to show up vertically. And we're going to go to 2 different labels. We're going to have 1 label in here and 2 labels in here, and you'll see why. Okay. So for the first, I put image. Didn't mean to do that. I want a label. Perfect. Now for the first label, what I want to do is I want to type in what I want the label to say. And I want it to say, click the Magic 8 Ball to here to see your fortune. So it says click the Magic 8 Ball to see your fortune, and I'm going to put that in the center. And let's change the colors of this thing a little bit. Let's go to the font size. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's go with like 18 maybe. No, too big. 16. There we go. And we can kind of mess with the fonts a little bit. We can make it bold or italic. I like bold on there. And let's take the color to, I don't know, you can choose any color you want here. Black is fine. Now here we have text for label 2, and for this, make it blank. So far we have button 1, which is this magic 8-ball, which we got from an image from Google Images. We did a vertical alignment, meaning these two things are going to be right here. And we did a label 1 and 2. Label 1, we went into properties, changed the text. Label 2, we just deleted the text. And that's it. So this is what the app is actually going to look like on the screen. Now we need to go inside of the app and actually put in some blocks or some coding so that way it'll work. So to do that, we click over here on the blocks key right here. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to our button. So when this button is clicked, we want it to do something. And what we want it to do is we want it to change label 2 into something. Because label 1 is already there. It says click this and see what happens. We want label 2 to change. So we want to do label 2, and we want to do set label 2 text, because that's like words. Set label 2's text to. Now the next thing we do is we need to make a list of different things. So let's make a list and put it here. We want to make a few different things. And a few different things, let's put 4. You can put as many as you want. These are going to be the actual answers that are given for the magic 8-ball. For example, if you can say, will I be rich one day? And then you click the button and it'll say something. So let's choose some of these things, these answers. Let's do yes. Let's do another one. No way. What are some other magic 8-ball? Maybe. And let's do ask again later. Okay, so here's our possible answers. So when the button is clicked, we're going to set the label to this text, and we have make a list, and this is the list. There's one more thing that we need to do is we need to, we don't want it to say every single one of these. We want it to choose a random one of these. So we click this one, which says pick a random list item. So choose one of these at random. We want to make the list, which we've done, and these are the possible answers. You can add more if you want just by clicking on this thing and click and dragging more of these over there. And then the text of what it'll say is kind of right here. And that is it. So we have the blocks done. We have the designer done. And when you want to try it out, just click connect and then emulator and try it out. And there you have it. That is the magic 8-ball. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.